Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my weekly photo chats. And I'll start with a appeal. If you are enjoying these and you get something from these videos, please consider supporting the shows. It's going to be the way I'm going to be able to keep making them and hopefully continue to make 3 a week. But I need your support, so please go to Patreon, and I'll put a link in the show notes, and you can always find the link at supportkenneth.com. All right, today I'm going to talk about snapshots. You know, snapshots almost get a bad rap for being not very important. And I question that. I question whether snapshots are more important than many other photos. Like, street photos are fun, but unless you're getting them published into a book and you're making something that is recognized, and now you're recognized like a Joel Meyerowitz or a Gary Winogrand making photographs like that, unless you're making it like that, the snapshots that you make you think that are insignificant of your friends at a barbecue, those are incredibly valuable. They're valuable because they show what a barbecue looks like now. They are valuable not only because of they're your friends, but because who and where you are and the clothing and the setting. And I have some books on snapshots. This one's called Summer Vacation Found Photographs. And it's all just pictures that somebody put together into a book of people on summer vacation. And it's just fascinating. It's really an interesting book to find a collection. I talked about collections before, a collection of all one kind of photograph, all summer vacations. And that's the kind of thing. I think a lot of people who collect snapshots, they find them at antique stores, they find them at online auctions. They look for themes, and they're building collections of one type. And this one is actually my own photo album of snapshots that I've bought over the years at different antique shops. And I find them to be beautiful. Look at some of these photographs. Some of them are portraits. A lot of them are just group shots that people took together. And to me, I think that it's just fascinating to see on the bottom left there that those old cars that people had, and people were just documenting their world. And snapshots seem like, again, they don't seem like they're serious or something, but they may be one of the most valuable things. The snapshots that you create now, just like I photographed for the Wise Photo Project for generations to come, those snapshots, especially if you print them and throw them in a shoebox or put them in a photo album, those snapshots are the lifeline to what life was like in 2020 and 2021. And that isn't something insignificant. That's something extremely significant. So I'm a big fan of finding these photographs. I wonder why they're even in thrift stores or in antique stores, but they are. I bought a lot of these in this album I put together. I bought a lot of these at a flea market. There were boxes and boxes of old picture albums and loose pictures. There's even some receipts and grocery lists. And these were, I think the seller said they came from a storage locker auction. He bought the storage locker contents and he just put everything out. And I ended up buying 100 black and white snapshots that I hand-picked through for $10. And if you see them at an antique store, they're going to be $1 or $2, $3, $5 each. But you can sometimes find them for a lot less. And when you find them like that, to me, it's a little sad that they're kind of discarded by the family. But I'll keep them alive because I'll put them online, I'll put them into photo albums, and I'll share them. And it is a time travel, and it really is documenting the American family in the 40s and 50s, a lot of those, some earlier. And to me, I think it's extremely valuable. So make those snapshots. I did a blog post on the snapshots that I did of a couple of friends at a barbecue, and I'll put a link to that. And keep making snapshots. They're really important, but I think it's more important that they actually exist. So print them up, put them in a photo album, or put them in a shoebox, and you'll have a little treasure. It won't be recognized as a treasure for 20, 30, 40 years, but then it will be. But you have to have the forethought now to create it the best time to start something is a year ago, and the second best time is today. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, go to supportkenneth.com or hit the Patreon, and I'll be back next week and we'll talk photography. As always, here's the good light.